Happy Monday, and welcome to another episode of Cases That Should Have Gone to the Supreme Court of Canada, but didn't. Today we're talking about the right to freedom of expression. Cases that should have gone to the Supreme Court of Canada, but didn't. The Thunder Bay Police conducted an investigation after the body of an Indigenous man was found. Within hours of locating the body, they announced that the death was not suspicious. This obviously attracted a lot of attention because it seemed very quick for the police to make that determination. There was a complaint filed, and ultimately an investigation that led to a finding of negligence on behalf of the Thunder Bay Police. There was a review hearing conducted of that finding, which was held in a closed hearing, which meant that the media didn't have access to the information that took place in the hearing. The media wanted to have access for the purposes of reporting to the public about what had happened. After all, a member of the community had died, and the circumstances maybe weren't investigated properly by police. This, of course, engaged issues of systemic discrimination in policing and the treatment of Indigenous people who are victims of crimes. These are important issues that a broadcasting company needs to relay to the public. And the question arose ultimately in the hearing was whether or not the CBC was allowed in the hearing as part of freedom of expression. The Court of Appeal ultimately determined that media bodies are allowed into these hearings because it is encompassed in freedom of expression. The Thunder Bay Police sought leave to appeal the case to the Supreme Court of Canada, and that was dismissed. Now, obviously, given the significance of the issues in this case, the need for the CBC and other media outlets to report on these significant issues of national importance, like systemic discrimination in policing, like the differential treatment that Indigenous people get when they're victims of crimes, and the speed with which a police department could make a determination that there was no foul play in a death, all of those things are the types of things that are issues of national importance. Yes, that's maybe just the backdrop of the case. The role that police have in investigating these offenses and the secrecy that they want to have in reviewing their own conduct directly connects to these systemic issues that people are finally talking about. And so shouldn't the Supreme Court of Canada take the opportunity to chime in, even if it's just to say that the Court of Appeal got it right, and yes, you do have the right under freedom of expression to report on these otherwise closed hearings? This is a significant issue that the Supreme Court of Canada could have heard in order to make the process of police investigations and reviewing police conduct, particularly where it involves Indigenous people who are victims of crime, more fair and more transparent. And it's unfortunate that they chose not to hear this case. Cases that should have gone to the Supreme Court of Canada, but didn't. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Cases That Should Have Gone to the Supreme Court of Canada, but didn't. I'm Kyla Lee at Acumen Law Corporation. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends.